Hello everybody and welcome to Anti-MLM Vlogmas Day 17. I'm Christine. I'm glad you're here. We made it a good bit, just another week to go. Proud of you, proud of myself, and today we're going to take a look at a video nobody asked about. Nobody asked for this one except me, so that would make it one person, and it is finally here after Huns in Cars Part 1, 2, 3, 300. It is Huns on planes. Yes. Well, actually, it's a Hun on a plane, but it looks like it's her ultimate flex to show off that she's on a plane. Weirdly enough, that's like a flex. See, I'm traveling. I'm on a plane. And then when she is in first class or in business class, of course, she also has to post about it. So let's get into this video and take a look at Huns on planes. This is the first masterpiece she posted on a plane, business class or first class, because that's important. You got to show off that you're on a plane. Can you imagine that? You're also one of the people on that plane and somebody's consistently filming themselves. I have to play this without audio because of copyright reasons. But if you're one of those people traveling there, and there is always a Hun, in this case it's an Arbon Hun, or there's an influencer or some other kind of poser, and they always need to film themselves while they're on a plane. I would be weirded out. So she's mixing a shake, and I have to pull out my glasses because the text is really small. The text says, "Kinda wild to think that me making the decision to try some protein of a random girl on the internet completely changed the trajectory of my life. That decision that feels small could be the exact decision that changes your entire future. So trust those little soul bolts that feel like yeses, because you never know where they will lead you." Well, I guess they will lead you to this cringy piece of content, sitting on a plane in pajamas, mixing an Arbonne shake, taking a picture or videos of yourself so that you can post that to your social media. This is somebody who is at the top rank in Arbonne in Canada, and that's really her flex. I'm on a plane, so I'm going to post about it. Well, good for you. As I was mixing up this protein shake on the plane, I was overwhelmed with a sense of gratitude. Of course, that's also why you pop up a camera, your phone, and film yourself while doing that. It is like people who are crying on camera because they need to prove to you, I'm an empathetic person, I can shed tears, so I'm popping up a camera and I'm filming myself while I'm sobbing my heart out. This is very performative, yet again, let's not forget this. It's a choice to set up a camera and to film yourself while you're mixing a shake in your pajamas on a plane. I was overwhelmed with a sense of gratitude for the realization that every single decision you make, no matter how big or small it feels, is shaping the trajectory of your future. Yeah, duh, Captain Obvious, thank you. I hope Captain Obvious isn't flying this plane. When I reluctantly decided to say yes to try some protein from a random girl on the internet, I was just curious if it was as good of a plant protein. She sent me samples, I never tried them. So we were reluctant, but then reluctantly we're trying things. Why? Just test out protein shake powders. Just do plant-based protein powders. What's there to be skeptical about or to be reluctant about? Just try it out. Why does trying out protein shakes have to be a big step? Let's be honest here, it's not. For the most of us, it is not. But yet again, we need to inflate the story that it was a random person on the internet, and that's how she was able to start her allegedly so successful career with Arbonne in Canada. 9 months later, I decided to actually give it a shot. My life had changed. I had an 11-month-old baby and was about to give birth to my second. I could no longer claim mat leave, and there was no way I was putting my newborn in a daycare. So my perspective shifted. I was way more open to trying these products and considering the business. No, what has shifted is she needed a source of income and thought that an MLM could be a good match for her. It's not about the products. I mean, still, you got to order the products, you got to try them out, you got to love them to authentically promote them as well. But it's not about the products, it's about the business opportunity. I ordered the nutrition, makeup, and skincare and thought, okay, if I like these, I'll start the business. And if I don't, I'll send them all back and never think about that Arbonne thing again. Now, here we are 6.5 years later, and making that one decision to just try the products completely changed the trajectory of my life. And that is why I guess she has to continue to try the products while she's on a plane. I have built to the top 1% of the company. I'm a top 5 income earner globally. I've earned countless vacations that have allowed me to travel the world. It allowed me to create the time to be at home and raise my babies, never having to choose daycare and instead getting to be with them through their most influential and important developmental years. That sounds great, doesn't it? But let's put some facts behind this narrative. She is a national vice president in Arbonne, Canada, where most people in 24, by the way, earned between $0 and $324 in commission and overrides, and the national vice president, that is 0.6% of the company. Most people are below that. Well, not most. All of the other people are below that. Most are at the first rank, and they made $185. That is where 75% of the people sit at. Some are at the second rank, the district manager's rank, and they made less than 3,000 Canadian dollars per year before expenses and before taxes. So this story of hers sounds wonderful, but she's one of the exceptions. She is at the top rank. And she was able to, according to herself, make a good amount of money. I mean, we see there's also variation there. The lowest income at that rank was $98,000 and the highest was $329, but median annual earnings is $158,000. Now that is not shabby, that is not a horrible income, but all of that is before expenses and before taxes and before all of the protein shakes that she apparently has to test and she has to try out. So let's not forget, she is an exception to the rule. She is part of the 0.6% club. Most people in Arbonne, Canada are not there. That story, that rags to riches story, doesn't apply to them. I just recognized that I cut off the text, so I had to recoup that on social media. It is here now. I'm going to show it to you. It's a different background, that's why. Maybe it is the altitude of Huns in planes that I'm not used to yet, but we will get there. I'm sure there will be more Huns in planes videos coming. The time it allowed me to create... There's actually a plane going by now. I will just stop in case you can hear it. Probably not. Many times you don't hear anything and then I sit here like a complete idiot or edit these things out. Okay, so I had to get the last part of the text because I didn't catch it the first time. The time it allowed me to create in my life allowed me to think bigger and now work to solve problems I see other homeschool mamas facing and help provide the support to them I wish I had. And it's allowing me the space, time, and finances, because she is at the 0.6% rank in Arbonne, Canada, to build a regenerative farm to help restore this earth to its beautiful and natural form, 1 acre at a time, which is great, but it's still not a reason to pitch Arbonne, where also in Canada, most people lose money. 185 Canadian dollars, that is the median annual earnings that most people did at that rank. It's the most popular rank in Canada if over 75% of people are at that rank. So that's gross, okay? That is gross. Speaking of gross, what is this? Yeah, it's the same Hun. She posted the same stuff. Green Synergy and Peach Mango Fizz. It looks like they're mixing really well on a plane when you just have to sit in the normal wood class. That's how we say in German, Holzklasse. When you have to travel just like the normal people when you're not bougie first class. You're not able to mix it up this time. This looks gross. It looks like vomit somebody drank, threw up again, and then poured into glasses and served here. Green Synergy and Peach Mango Fizz, because who doesn't want a happy tummy? With that drink, it looks like swamp water with pieces of old beavers. Mix it. Come on. Glowing skin and more energy. Yeah, because you're going to run to the toilet a lot. That's the energy. And glowing skin, well, I hope that's it for you. So this is what she pitched, the greens and a fizz. This is absolutely gross. There are some people who are great at cooking and they post on social media, and many times I think this looks absolutely disgusting. I'm sure it's wonderful to eat, but it looks absolutely disgusting. Maybe just don't post those things. But it looks like it's a flex of her that she always has to drink something Arbon related when she's on a plane, even if it looks like dead beaver in a swamp, okay? Let's continue to the last post where she celebrates on a plane. Yeah, it's Huns on planes, so we gotta do it. Well, Hun on a plane. So we gotta come back to the plane topic because of course she has to perform on a plane. Once again, I have to play this without audio. This is even more cringy than the one before. So she's having a glass of alcohol in her hand. She's making videos of herself while other people are sitting around. Somebody walking through the aisle. It looks like it's a half-empty flight. So did you get that? Discounted? Good for you. This is what I meant before. It is so cringy. People are on planes. They're just living their lives. And you have to film yourself because you have to prove I'm on a plane and I'm in first class. What the heck? I would be so annoyed if I were on that plane. I'm annoyed when people shove a camera in my face when I'm on vacation, on planes, in trains. Influencers and influencers type people, they're going too far, okay? People's privacy also in public spaces is important. And by the way, if somebody ever catches you out and about and they're filming themselves and you're in the background, you can request to be blurred out, because although it is a public space, you still have a right to privacy, that somebody doesn't post you to their 60-something thousand people, followers on social media. Just saying, yes, compliant expert here. And the text here says, when you grew up never being able to afford to go on vacation, so now you make sure to celebrate it every time you get to take a flight. Actually, she's only celebrating it when she's in first or business class. She doesn't show lavish videos of other passengers beside her when she mixes her weird synergy greens and mango peach fizz beaver drinks. She's only doing this when she has that setting. So we're celebrating that, but we're celebrating it very publicly and only when we're in an elevated class. So once again, there's a very performative aspect to that. Flights, vacations, and traveling were never my norm as a kid, which is why I will always hold so much gratitude for every single trip I have the opportunity to take now. It is a reminder of how you can 1000% shift your reality from what may have once been your norm, plus having the ability to completely rewrite your story. Having that said, I will always remember my parents surprising me with a trip to Disneyland when I was about 9. That was the first time I had the experience to take a flight, getting on an airplane, and was a highlight memory from my childhood. I can only imagine how much they had to save for that, or if they maybe even went into debt. But that one trip helped show me that I didn't have to stay where I grew up forever. JT helped show me, who's JT? You mean it? It helped show me what was possible in life. And as soon as I started working, I started saving, and I would go on one vacation flight a year. Everything has to be a performance, and everything has to be heightened, and everything has to be extended into oblivion. It cannot just be a vacation. It cannot just be a flight. It cannot just be a trip to Disneyland. It cannot be just one person grabbing a coffee. It cannot be somebody doing grocery shopping. Everything has to be miraculous, and it has to be a sign that you can change the trajectory of your life. This is once again extremely performative. Since then, my life has changed so much, and of course now I travel way more frequently, but I will never ever lose sight of where it all started and lose gratitude for where I came from, what my parents did for me, and what my life looks like now. And let this be your reminder, it's never too late to rewrite your story and start creating the reality you always dreamed of for yourself. by sitting on planes and filming yourself while other people are awkwardly looking at you thinking, what the heck? Or while you're shaking your Arbonne protein shake. A pricey shake, maybe even pricier than traveling on that plane first class. Well, that was weird, wasn't it? This was a short flight from Anti-MLM Airways from Nonsense City to Entitlement Towers. I hope you did like it. I will continue to watch out for posts from Huns on planes because that is the elevation to Huns in cars, and maybe next time we have Huns in space. I wouldn't be opposed to that. I find the performative nature of those posts extremely cringy. And if you're ever in public and people are around you, please don't do this, okay? Please don't film yourself because it is really obnoxious and it is disturbing and it is annoying for the people around you who really just want to enjoy their time on a plane, while they also might have a glass of sparkling wine or wine in the hand, a coffee, and they really just want to relax. But no, you gotta fuck it up for them. I mean, please. That's the performative nature that I'm speaking about. If you liked this video, then please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and if you don't want to miss out on further uploads, then hopefully I will see you tomorrow, Vlogmas Day. It's the altitude, people. Vlogmas Day 18. Right? Yeah, where's my oxygen mask? Please help yourself first before you help other passengers. Yeah, if you like this video, maybe I will see you tomorrow, December 18th. Until then, tschüss.